Hello everyone, and welcome to my personal favorite map. This is the Godly map by the Bungie God Sandbox to fit all of your forging needs and our main map here for tonight. As you can see, it comes with a pre-set up like Foundry did. Of course, unlike Foundry, this one doesn't suck balls. So, with that, first let's get a decent tour of the basic setup that you're going to be seeing in matchmaking. Okay, so welcome to Blue Base of Sandbox. I think Bungie made some major improvements on this map in the terms of its neutral setup, because it actually makes a pretty decent Team Slayer or Capture the Flag map. And what it really reminds me of, although it doesn't have the inside base, it reminds me a lot of Beaver Creek from Halo 1 and Halo 2. It's actually a lot set up like that, only it doesn't have the river, or the trees, the mountains, or the dirt, but the bases are the same. Love it with me here, people. Alright, so as you can see, there's a very large tower in the center of the base. It's got a very large overshield. Now, I don't know who in their right mind would jump all the way up here to get it, but it's theirs for the taking if it looks all clear. Now, as you see, this map is very symmetrical. Red base over there. Blue base. My favorite's blue base, by the way. And so, that's basically the map. Now, to the cool parts of the map. There's a special part of this map that nobody finds very quickly. And it's my personal favorite part. Rangajin, if you will, could you please follow me? Underneath this cavern, there's a grav lift. Pick up the grav lift. What's weird about this block can be deleted. Underneath it is the crypt. This crypt is probably much larger than Foundry. As you can see, that's pretty true. This sucker is about the size of 2 foundries. It's good for all your indoor forging needs, and as you can see, we fell quite a ways. You have lots of room up and side to side. This also makes a good griffball map, I've heard, but that's not its only profession. With this map, you can make some incredible maps. So, not only that, but there's more. Rangajin, if you would, follow me back up out of the crypt. Okay, now we're out of there, which, might I add, is a very beautiful crypt. We now have another surprise for you. Although Sandbox itself may seem very small, you do have the crypt, and possibly the biggest breakthrough in forging history that I think has ever existed. Follow me. Through this teleporter, which, might I add, was not placed by me, as you see, you cannot highlight it, you cannot delete it, you cannot move it, you cannot do anything with this magical teleporter. It will take you anywhere your heart desires. Actually, it only takes you up into heaven, but let's just go there for now. This monstrosity in the sky is called the Sky Bubble. This is probably the single largest forge location ever. This thing has the capability to hold, say, roughly 6 foundries, and that's just being modest. You can make anything you could possibly imagine. Not only that, but this grid holds items. But this grid does not hold people. I just fell to my death. Now, don't think this grid's going to be here ruining the atmosphere. This is only for Forge mode. When you start a custom game and go in Slayer, this grid will not be here. In other words, like so many people have been begging Bungie to do, you can now make maps death barriers that kill you if you fall off of them. Not only that, but there's a very large scale of items which can immensely raise your forging experience. You manage to spawn every single item in the sandbox. Around here, Magnesion, you will see the massive amount of items. Yes, it's an awesome map. A few of which I would like to point out specifically. But first, let's get a good overview. And yes, you can get every single vehicle in the game, including a new vehicle that Bungie didn't say. Yes, my friends, there's going to be a new vehicle. Not only do we get the also-loved Hornet that they came out with Halo 3, we will now also get the Hornet Transport. This is basically the Avalanche Hornet, the lighter shade and only has light machine guns and no rockets, as opposed to the normal Hornet who gets rockets and machine guns. As you can see here, we've also got a golf ball and a flag, but what is golf without the golf club? Right in here, as you can see, we have a new weapon visiting the Halo situation. We have the 7 wood. This sucker is basically a reskinned hammer, but it's very fun to use. Giant golf club. I mean, who wouldn't love using this thing? Like, bam, take that golf ball. Awesome. Okay, as you just saw there, these are, we like how Bungie is adding more team-based items into the game now. The red pillar, red light, blue light, help differentiate bases. Because last time people resorted to using overshields and cloaks in the walls in order to tell which base is blue, which base is red. But this giant thing, along with many other columns that are scattered around here, are specially designed for objects that are too thin to be walls, but too tall to be boxes. Are pillars, and they can really come in handy. They were a good idea on Bungie's part, as opposed to using, like, 4 bridges put together in a long rectangle formation. Really help out in the map. Hallway objects is another thing I'd like to go over. Because the open box was a very, popular object in Foundry standoff, Bungie decided to give us more detailed open boxes, and this is their answer for that. Hallway boxes are basically what they are. They're boxes that are designed or shaped like hallways. And if we come in here, as you can see, it's very easy to make a small hallway. That's a 3-way turn and a hallway that goes straight. There's one more item that I'd like to mention in this next couple of minutes here. This is Bungie's answer to the death barrier request they've been having. The kill ball. This is very deadly. Anyone who touches this ball of death will die instantly. No questions asked. It's the kill ball for a reason, people, and it's my favorite weapon. So, with that, I suppose we'll finish it with this message. Beware of the kill ball.